Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and the new worms are definitely out now. If you've got Cracking the Cryptic on Apple or on Android, just refresh it and you will be able to play The Worms by Michael Lefkowitz and Phistomefel, and believe me, there are some treats in store for you. You will have to pay something around £1.50, which it's really not a lot of money for 6 or 9 puzzles by these genii. Is that the plural of genius? I think it is, but they both deserve that tag. These are two of the most fantastic setters the world has ever seen, and it's a real chance to have a go at those. If you haven't got our apps, follow the links under the video. You might be doing them on Steam, and we'll provide special links for those, because on Steam all the apps are separate, whereas the last few have all on Apple and Android, on the App Store and Android, they've had to go to the CTC app. Remember, there was this problem that we were launching separate apps that were too similar for the App Store and indeed Google Play to handle. Okay, they were not similar, because Thermo Sudoku is nothing like Arrow Sudoku, etc. Anyway, those are out, and that's big news for us. There are other apps, of course, like Fog of War and so on, but check out The Worms, Michael Lefkowitz and Phistomefel. They are very good fun. Now, what else have we got? We've got, of course, SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD is linked under the video, and Patreon, where already you can watch Simon cracking away at Listen by Eck. My very difficult crossword monthly puzzle will be going up on Friday, and before that, on Friday, to sort of coincide with Simon's masterclass on the regular Times crossword, not before that, but after that, we have another listener puzzle recorded, and both of us have recorded our attempted solves of an incredible puzzle by Sabre. The deadline for the listener is actually today, but they don't want to publish anything within the first 3 weeks, so we'll wait till the back end of next week, I think, before we publish those. And they're going to be very interesting. That's for our Patreon fans. There's also, of course, still just a chance to enter Blobs's Sudoku Hunt, Back to the Future. Brilliant puzzles in it. I am recording solution videos. They'll come out soon. So much on Patreon. Connections to check it all out. But today's puzzle is a debut by Mallet Master, who said that they thanked us for bringing pleasure to them and millions around the world, which there's no exaggeration there. That's my feeling. Now, let's have a look at the rules of 15 cages and thermometers, which is really keying on the number 15, and I'll show you the rules. No, they're very straightforward, actually. It's Thermo Killer Sudoku, with a title of 15 cages and thermometers, which is very descriptive. Right, normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box in the grid. Digits in a cage may not repeat, and they must sum to the total given. I think every cage in this puzzle is a 3-cell cage that sums to 15, if my scanning is good. I am a bit of a stormtrooper when it comes to scanning, though. Digits along a thermometer increase from the bulb to the tip, and those are the rules. Very straightforward set of rules. Do give it a try. I mean, the puzzles I've been doing on the channel seem to have been very hard lately, or, well, I mean, there's always yesterday where I botched it really badly. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Actually, yeah, that was yesterday. Anyway, let's have a look at this one now. You can try it on the first link under the... Is it the first link? Is it the first link on a day when we've released the worms? Maybe it's not. But on the link to the puzzle under the channel, under the video, you can try 15 cages and thermometers by Mallet Master. I'm going to start now. Let's get a cracking. So, in almost every cage in this puzzle, the 15 is the total of the cage, and there is a thermometer going around all the cells of the cage. But that doesn't apply in the central box, actually, where the thermometers cut across the cages. Right, I have a feeling for this we're going to need to know the possible makeups of 3 different digits that add up to 15. Well, I will aid memoir those if we need to. Let's look at this central box first of all. So the cage with a 1 in it, the other 2 digits add up to 14 and they don't include a 5. So they're a 6 and an 8. Then we need to have a pair that adds up to 10 here to complement this 5 in adding to 15. And that is going to mean that these, they can't have a 6, so they're not 6, 4. They can't have an 8, so they're not 8, 2. They can't have a 1, so they're not 1, 9. They must have a 3 and a 7. And then these other digits in the box are 2, 4, 9, which add to 15. And that can't be a 2 or a 4. Oh no, hang on, I'm reading the thermo the wrong way around. That is a 2 or a 4 because the bulb is here and we must increase to there. Right, this can't be a 2 because that is at least 3. Not sure there. I don't think we can finish off this box yet. So we're going to have to move outside the central box and find something to do in the perimeter of the puzzle. I am going to aid memoir. Right, I'm going to use this column and write down, this is not actual candidates for these cells. I'm just going to note how you can make up 15 in 3 cells with different digits. 159, 168. Then we begin with a 249, 258, 267. 348 and 357, and there's one beginning with 4. So these are the possible combinations. This is my aid memoir. There, you can see that one is a 357 cage, that one is a 168 cage. They must appear. Now, there is only one possible cage that begins in its bulb of the thermo with a 4, and one possible cage, the same one, which ends with a 6 in the tip. Everything else must begin with 1, 2, 3 and end with 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's interesting, but it's not very powerful. So 2 of them can begin with 1, 3 of them with 2, 2 with 3 and 1 with 4. I'm sure those end digits are mirrored exactly. 2 9s, 3 8s, 2 7s and a 6. Okay, bye-bye aid memoir, you're in the way. Now, there are 2 more bulbs in this row and 2 more bulbs in the column with the 1 in, and that feels like it might be significant. Although, I don't know. I mean, obviously the bulbs are all the bulbs in the puzzle are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'm going to have to get a drink and clear my throat. Hang on a second. Right, I think that's a bit better. Let's try this. Now, so all of these, the bulbs are 1, 2, 3 or 4. This one can't end in a 9. There's not many given digits in the puzzle, and I am trying to use them. Oh, if that's 2, 4... Where's 9 in this column? It's in one of these 2 cells. Oh, hang on. 7 can't be on the knuckle, on the second digit of the thermos, because then the final digit would be at least 8, and you'd already have got to 15 without counting the bulb. So I think in this column, 9 and 7 are sitting there. And... oh, this is very neat. This is a very neat conclusion. Right. So in this column, we've used up 1, 6, 7, 8, 9 here. The other digits are 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, obviously the 2 is going to be on a bulb, and the 5 is not going to be on a bulb. But there's something else about these pairs. They can't both add up to 7 because their cages would then be complemented or finished off by a digit that would have to be 8 in both cases if both of these added up to 7, which they're threatening to do. If you were to make this 2, 5, that would be 3, 4. And that's really nice. I wish I knew how to use it a bit better. But what it means is, well, we can add up the totals of these cages. They add up to 30, but we know these digits are 2, 3, 4, 5, which clearly add up to 14. So these two digits add up to 16, and they can't both be 8, so they're a 7, 9 pair, and that given 9 is telling us which way round they go, which is very neat. Now this pair adds up to 6, and has to be a 2, 4 pair, and the top pair must add up to 8 and has to be a 3, 5 pair. And that's a lovely start, actually. Very good, Mallet Master. Round of applause for that one. There's going to be a 9 by Sudoku in one of those 3 cells. Now, this can't have a 7 and a 9 on it. So the final digit now is either 6 or 8. If it was 6, this would be a 4, 5 pair. This cage, well, there can't be any 5 in it anywhere because that 5 sees all of it. There can't be a 7 here. There could never be a 7 here. We worked that out. Okay, this bulb is 1 or 3 because it sees 2 or 4. This tip is not a 9. So that's 6, 7 or 8. It can't actually be 6 because if it was 6, this would be 4, 5, which it's not. So the bulb is 7 or 8. Right, let's add those two up. It's either a total of 8, 9, 10 or 11, making the other digit 7, 6, 5 or 4. That's not very limiting. Can't pull the same tricks in column 6 as I did in column 4, unfortunately. Let's get rid of that yellow. 5 and 3 though. 5 and 3 are there. 5 and 3 are here. We need 5 and 3 to be in these cells. I can write in 5 and that now must be 3. And now 2 of these will vanish away. I think we can still have a 5 or a 4. To make this add up to 15, and that is not a pair. 5, 3, 2, 4, 9. So this digit also can't be 7, 1, 6 or 8. It clearly can't be 1 in that position, and it can't be 8 because this would be 9 and the thermo would already add up to 17. So in fact that's 6. This digit is 7 or 8, and that is 1 or 2 if my maths is right. These two have to add up to 9. So I've got a 7, 8 pair. This digit is a 1 in the column. I've got a 7, 9 pair in that column. I've got progress. I'm enjoying this. It's not crazy hard, but it's very interesting. 4, 2, 5, 3. 1 and 6 are here. So these are from 2, 4, 8, 9. I'm not going to be able to do much with those. Let's go back to the bulbs and thermos and stuff. These are lowish, obviously. Oh, no, this is 6, so that sees 7 and 9 as well. That is 6 or 8. It can't be 6, because 6 can only go on the end of a 4, 5, 6 thermo. I wonder if there'll be any 4, 5, 6 thermos in this puzzle. I guess not at this point, because I have a feeling it's difficult to fit in. But anyway. Oh, I've just had a thought. Right. I am going to aid memoir the list of cages again, the list of possible 15 cages. Yes, I should have thought of this earlier. This is, I think, fairly key. And what I'm focusing on now is the middle digit in these possible cages. Look at that. Look at the middle digit, not the end digit, which is selected from 1 of 4, not the beginning digit, which is selected from 1 of 4, but the middle digit. It's always 4, 5 or 6. And that means the central digit of all of these thermos is 4, 5 or 6, and I think that ought to help us. We've already got some of those. In fact, let's colour them all yellow. I like yellow for middly digits for no reason I can particularly explain. I've just got used to it. And I just want to see if we can work out where all the yellows, that we're obviously allowed 3 yellows. Look, 3 yellows in each row, column and box. So that can't be yellow. So the 4 is going to be in one of those 2 cells in the box. And down here, that 5 sees those 2. So one of them now, there's only 2 possibilities for this now. 8, 6, 1 or 8, 4, 3. Anything else? This is either a 654 cage or 8, 6, 1. Well, this can't be 4 anymore, because that would either be impossible with a 6 or a 3, which it can't be. So I'm taking 4 out of that. Okay, maybe that's a slightly attritional way of doing it, but I do want to keep thinking about 4, 5, 6. They're all taken up in this row at least. So that's not a 6. 6 is in one of those 2 cells. I don't know, maybe this revelation wasn't quite the thing of joy that I thought, but I still think it's quite interesting. Now, if this was 654, it would break that cell. So it's not a 654 cage. This digit is 8. And now this one is either 2 or 1 to make these add up to 7. That 8 means this can't be 8 and must be, I was going to say this can't be 6 either. No, it definitely can't. We've had 4, 5, 6 in the row. That is 7 or 9. We've got a pair. We still need to find room for 2 and 3 in this row, and I know exactly where they go. 2 there, 3 here. So that's odd, that's odd. This must be odd and is 5. Now we can put 7 there. That's a 9. That fixes 7 down here. That runs onto this cell, which is 8. Then this one is 7. Now I can do these 2, well, this bulb and this other cell. 11 plus 4 is 15. Right, that sees 4 and 5. Now I can maybe get most of the yellow cells done. This one can't be 5. I can see, no, I can't get all the yellow cells done, but I've got quite a few more done. And we've got a 6 as the middle digit here. So the higher digit can't be 7 by Sudoku, can't be 9 because that would bust this thermo. So it's an 8 with a 1 on the bulb, and that adds up to 15 now. And now I think we can be pretty sure we're not going to get a 4, 5, 6 thermo in this puzzle anywhere, which was my suspicion. 6, 7, 9 must go in there to complete the column. This is a 4, 8 pair. This is a 1, 6, 9 triple, and that's not 6 and that's not 1 and the bottom one's not 9. In this row we need a 2, and we're not going to put it at the end of a 3-cell thermo, so we'll put it in the bulb. 2 plus 5 would leave us needing 8. 2 plus 6 would make that a 7, so it's not 9. 9's confined to one of these 2. What about this row? I'll tell you what we haven't found in this row is 1 and 2. So they've got to go in the remaining cells. Then there's only one place for 3 in the row, and we can fill it in. It's in the central box. That's a 7. This is a very neatly done puzzle, by the way. Now, where's the 4, 5, 6 here? We don't actually yet know. Okay, how about this 1, 2, and then 4 or 5? So the possible totals there are from 5 to 7, but the only high digit we have available here is a 9. Oh, so those 2 add up to 6, and I still don't know which pair they are. These add up to 13, and there are 2 possible pairs for that as well. Oh, I did see this earlier. That's a 1, 2 pair, so this digit's a 3, which I could just have worked out by adding up the cage. That's a 1 by Sudoku now, so box 8 is finished. Now, that 1, 2 pair has left all the yellow digits in this column, 4, 5, 6. So we've found them all in this box, and that can't be a 4. 4, 4, 5, 6. So we need a 9 in one of these. This can't be 8. This must be low. And now there's a 1, 2, 3 triple as well as a 4, 5, 6 triple. So there's also a 7, 8, 9 triple in the box over this side. It would help to work this one out. If that's a 3, these add up to 12. Oh, I don't know. These definitely add up to 13. Oh, there must be somewhere. There's a 7 in one of these cells. How about that? No. Okay, let's look at this one. That is... Oh, this high digit is not 6, 7 or 9, so it must be 8. And then these have to add up to 7, and they can't be 6, 1. So they're 4, 3. Right, that's going to get us going. We get a 2 in the circle there. Now I can place 2 in box 5. That 8 stops this being 8, and this is odd now, and this is even, so this is even. These two add up to 13. But we've had 4 in row 3, so that's a 6, 5 there, that's a 5. We can just do the maths on these thermos in box 4. I have to just make sure I'm adding up to 15 correctly after my botch of adding to 11 the other day. That was so embarrassing. 3 there, that's a 6. Yeah, that thermo's working. Oh, we have to make this thermo work now, so that's good. That has become a 4, that's a 2, and this adds up, that's fine. This digit is a 7, that's 6, that's 9, 6 and 4 are done there. Right, let's get rid of all the yellow. It's very much done its job. And this, we can add up the cage, that's a 2. And I think we've finished all the cages now, that was the last digit. This is a naked 1 because it sees 4, 3 here. 6 and 7 to finish the column. Shall we finish this column? We've got a 1, 5 at the bottom and a 4, 3 at the top, and that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, proving its position. And we can finish off 1, 5, 2, 7, and this is going to complete the puzzle. Lovely puzzle, really nicely organised by Mallet Master. Oh, not many people have had a go, but it's well worth doing. Do try it, guys. 15, well, I mean, you'll have seen me do it if you hear me say that, but I hope you tried it, and I hope you had fun with it, because that is very nice puzzle, sort of medium, easy, medium difficulty, good fun for a coffee break, or maybe relaxing in the evening, as I like to do. Kick back with a puzzle, as Ross says in Friends. Right, we will see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and we really hope to see you. Bye for now.